What's going on, guys? Operation Moon here with another video. Today we're going to look at Bonfire and see if it's capable of hitting 1 cent. So I'll jump into some charts, we'll have a look at the holders and a few things like that, and I'll give you my opinion on whether or not it's capable of hitting 1 cent. Also just want to say thanks to everyone who watched my last video, greatly appreciated. We're almost at 300 subs, so not too far away now. Look, if you like the video, hit subscribe, drop a like, put a comment, and I will be shouting out a random subscriber in my next video. So let's get into it. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to look at if Bonfire is capable of getting to 1 cent. Now, the short answer is yep, I believe it is possible for it to get to 1 cent. It's just a matter of time, but we will dive further into that. So scroll down, and if you're unfamiliar with Bonfire, which you should be by now, if not, go check out some of my other videos. I'll have a link to them in my description. But if you're unfamiliar with the tokenomics of Bonfire, it was very similar to SafeMoon. So 1 quadrillion tokens were released at launch, 30% were burnt straight away, so leaving 700 trillion tokens. Now there's a 10% tax on transactions. So, for example, if somebody sold 500 million tokens, 50 million tokens would be the tax on that transaction. And of that 50 million, 5% of that, so 25 million would be redistributed to holders. Then the other remaining 25 million would be added to liquidity. So you can see here, they reward people holding the token. Now, that being said, eventually the total circulation, so the 700 trillion, is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller over the course of weeks, months, years, so on. All right, let's jump over to the chart here. And as you can see, a bit of downward trend due to Bitcoin dumping, and then we have come back up and now doing some consolidation. But what we're looking at is if Bonfire can get to 1 cent. Now, I do believe it can. I believe it's possible of getting to 1 cent, but it will take months, if not years. Now, when you think a $100 investment right now could get you a few 100 million Bonfire, it might be something that you would consider doing. There's a lot of factors that come into it getting to 1 cent. Now, that being said, if you were to just times the market cap value by, X amount to get it to 1 cent, I believe you'd have to times this market cap value by about 10,000 or something to get it close, which is just absurd. It's the market cap value even being times by, let's say, 10 brings it to 800 million. Okay, if we times that by another 10, we're going to go to 8 billion. And that's still not going to be anywhere near what it's going to take to get this to 1 cent. It's going to end up being, multi-trillion-dollar market cap, which is just not going to happen to get this all the way to 1 cent. But due to the tokenomics, there's going to be a reduced supply of Bonfire in the future. Every time somebody has a transaction, they sell, there are tokens that are burned. And the end result of that is when there are transactions that are burning tokens, is that value, depending on the current situation of Bonfire, should increase. Now, I believe over time, due to, due to Bonfire's roadmap of the social media platform, the Firestarter, which is their launchpad, there is opportunity here to have a small initial investment into this token and let it sit there and not think about it for years. So yeah, I do genuinely believe that 1 cent is a possibility. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's going to happen in the next few months or anything like that, because that's just not realistic based on market cap value. And at this rate, due to the burn and the amount of so many tokens, there's 700 trillion still. These figures of it getting to 1 cent, I believe, will be around when there's about 1 trillion or so tokens left in circulation. Now that could take years. It could take years to get to that point. But that being said, 0.01 is realistic. Now, if you were just to assume that the total supply is going down while the market cap is currently increasing, like if the market cap got anywhere near as high as Shiba Inu, let's say. So it got to a $50 billion market cap whilst the total supply is reducing, then I can see significant price increases in Bonfire. Now, Bonfire's got a lot to offer. So depending on how many transactions are happening and how quick tokens are being burnt, as well as how much money is going into the token, could change the pace on how quickly it gets to this 1 cent figure. But yeah, it was just to give you a realistic view on, is it possible? Of course it is. How long will it take? Nobody actually knows. It'll take years, but it's something that if you believe in the idea, you will just leave a little moon bag there. That would be thousands times your initial investment. So for something as small as a $50 investment, which could then net you, let's just say you ended up 3,000 timesing that, it would be $150,000 off a $50 investment. Though it might not happen for the next 6 years, it's pretty crazy when you look at those kinds of numbers. So look, if you enjoyed the content, drop a like and hit subscribe. Yeah, it's greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you.